According to the LA Times, a year and a half ago, two power brokers in Anaheim discussed a critical question. Who should they invite to a secretive gathering of Anaheim business leaders, consultants, and politicians? One of the two described the small group as a cabal with attendance limited to people they could trust, or, as they put it, family members only. Unknown to them, the FBI was listening to their conversation. Anaheim, with 350,000 residents, is Orange County's most populous city. It is best known as the home of Disneyland, home of the Los Angeles Angels baseball team, whose stadium actually is in Anaheim, and home of the Anaheim Ducks hockey team. What is less well known is that except for the affluent Anaheim Hills section of the city, Anaheim is largely a working class city with large numbers of residents for whom English is a second language. It has been an open secret that Disney interests have had their thumb on the scale of Anaheim politics for decades. They have spent considerable sums of money to ensure that Republican Chamber of Commerce types favorable to their interests got elected to the Anaheim City Council. While the current scandal focuses on the sale of Anaheim Stadium, over the years, the Republican-dominated city councils have approved one sweetheart deal with Disney interests after another. For example, the city constructed a very large parking structure near Disneyland in the late 1990s that cost more than $1 million. Disney rakes in tens of millions of dollars of revenue annually from this parking structure, which it leases from the city for the price of exactly $1. Holy mouse ears! If that isn't a sweetheart deal, I don't know what is. Another example of a sweetheart deal occurred in 2015 when the Anaheim City Council passed a resolution that promised Disney that there would be no gate taxes at any of the Disney-owned parks in the city for 45 years. Holy mouse ears again. The current scandal that has Anaheim watchers in a tizzy involves the sale of Anaheim Stadium and its parking lots, all owned by the city of Anaheim, to the owner of the Angels baseball team for about $320 million. According to the Angels team, the stadium needs about $150 million in repairs and upgrades, but the deal has a questionable clause that allows the buyers to subtract the value of certain somewhat intangible community benefits from the final price. So the city might end up with considerably less than $320 million for the property. The nexus of the scandal appears to arise from Mayor Sidhu providing inside information about the city's negotiations to the management team hired by the Angels to carry out the project, in return for a payment of about $1 million to Sidhu's campaign for re-election to the Anaheim City Council. The proposed sale of the stadium raised eyebrows before the FBI got involved because there were questions about the deal violating California's Surplus Land Act, which places certain conditions on the sale of public property. These questions raised enough red flags that the California Attorney General requested an investigation of the sale, and as a result, the sale had been placed on hold and the Orange County grand jury had been looking into the matter. FBI Special Agent Brian Adkins, in a search warrant affidavit, alleged that Sidhu provided confidential information to the Angels on at least 2 occasions during the city's negotiation with the team over the 150-acre stadium property, and that he obstructed an Orange County grand jury investigation into the deal. Atkins wrote that Sidhu hoped to solicit $1 million in campaign contributions from the Angels in exchange for his help. The affidavit, which shows that the FBI suspects Sidhu of bribery, fraud, obstruction of justice, and witness tampering, does not accuse the Angels of any wrongdoing or indicate that the team knew about his plan. At the first Anaheim City Council meeting after the scandal broke, that was held on May 17th, it was clear that the detritus from the FBI investigation had hit the fan, and several council members called on Sidhu to resign, including 3 members of the 4-member faction that Sidhu previously led. These included Mayor Pro Tem Trevor O'Neill and council members Stephen Feisel and Jose Diaz, all of whom signed a letter to Sidhu's attorney calling for Sidhu's resignation. It remains to be seen what the ultimate outcome of this latest scandal will be, but I strongly suspect that one or more of those involved will be spending some time within the confines of the Gray Bar Hotel. Meanwhile, the fetid stench of corruption continues to waft from Anaheim City Hall, while in the barrios of Anaheim, residents can be heard murmuring under their breath, "Entonces, ¿qué más es nuevo? Entonces, ¿qué más es nuevo?" So what else is new? So what else is new? Let me end this episode of You Can't Make This Stuff Up with a reminder that there never is a dull moment here in the OC. And if you haven't done so already, I would appreciate it greatly if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can do so by clicking on my picture in the circle below or on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.